So this is the fourth workout on this horse. I'm doing the 30 days on, 2-year-old, doing a series of them. Good. And so this will be the first day that I tie him up when I saddle, but it's not solid. This is an old bit that gives if he gets nervous, and that way he doesn't learn to pull, doesn't freak out. After having a lunging exercise yesterday, she will learning to come off of pressure, because when you lunge out in the open, you don't learn to come off of pressure as well in the round pen because you don't even have a lead rope on them. You learn how to do that when you lunge them out in the open. And she's had one lesson of that. It takes them a while to learn how to pick their hooves, or to pick up their hooves. But because they're in pens, you got to clean them out anyway. But so it serves two purposes. But she's doing pretty good. There's some in here that I can't even do that without putting a rope on her foot and letting her go. And yes, I can desensitize them. Well, just remember, the only difference they know to not move when you wiggle something around them is that you keep your body relaxed. So this point, I'll throw everything at once, blanket and everything. She's getting used to everything by now. Good. And as you can see, I don't move slow. Keep relaxed, yes, but you want them getting used to fast movement and things getting done around them right off the bat. At this point, you still don't pull it up all at once because she's still getting used to that saddle. You can tell. Good girl. I mean, technically, you really shouldn't do that ever. You can take a horse that's perfectly used to a cinch and make them cinchy. All right. Now, so far she's humped up every time, so hopefully she doesn't hump from here to the round pen. Good girl. We are going back in the round pen today, and we're going to do a moving exercise. Yeah, not hunching up too bad. Good. We're going to do a moving exercise while we put a tarp on her. She's going to have the tarp on her for the first time. Something I do with all my horses before I ride them. And it's no, I mean, who knows for sure how many times. It really depends on the horse. It could be one. I mean, I could be riding her tomorrow, or I could end up doing this a couple times. So, yep, stay relaxed. Good girl. And the goal is to quit moving when she quits moving and relax. There, she relaxes when I stop doing the plastic. Kind of hold it there until she stops, and then release it. Same thing. And of course, yes, you go on the other side, and you got to start all over. Good. There we go. Now, if I would have just thrown it on without getting her used to it on both sides, she'd have blew it up on me. I've been doing this tarp thing for over 20 years and I highly recommend it. But you got to get them ready for it first. This is the fourth, like I said, this is the fourth day. Yeah, I mean, I can do it on the first day too, but there's no advantage to conglomerating everything at once. Good girl. And she's on my stick. Reacting to it, but not bad. Of course, the faster they go, the worse things can get. So we, even if it's just a few steps, we keep moving into her lope, and that's when she drops her head and hunches a little. We'll just keep doing it until it gets less. Her mouth's pretty tight right now, but in general, she's taking it very well. Same thing going the other way. Get her into a lope. And again. And I'm looking for the ear to be cocking in towards me, paying attention. I'm also looking for that head to drop below the horn, even if it's for a few seconds. You know, and once we get all those signs, ears cocking, relaxing, the mouth loose, head down, we might get it on one side and we can work on the other, but in between that, we'll work both ways. Some trainers worry about getting the horses turned to the inside right away. I do not. Over the years, I found it don't make a bit of a difference. That's why I've waited 20 years to make this video. So I actually know what I'm doing. You get 700 horses behind your belt. You've had enough horses, different horses, and reading them. It makes you so you can do things quick because you can read the body language very, very well. You've had so many to compare to what they look like when they're going to do what. There, head's dropping. Head comes up when you go this way. But she's pretty much good going the other way. I'm happy with that. So, and her ear's starting to cock this way too. So I'm going to just keep her this way for the rest of the lesson. Head's starting to drop, ears moving back and forth, mouth is loosening. There, drop some more. I mean, you can go on and on, but with the 2-year-old, absolutely no advantage to it. You're actually better off keeping it short and sweet. They only got so much wind, and they'll actually stay calmer if your timing's perfect. Yes, I know your timing's not going to be perfect in the beginning. Everything's going to take 5, 6, 7 times as long. And you still end up with a horse that's not as calm as this one. But that's just the way it's going to be. There's no way around that other than numbers. Just like my other job. There's no way to become a good sheep shearer without shearing thousands and thousands of them. Good. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of pull her towards me, keep my body relaxed. There, she stepped towards me on her own. Good girl. I mean, if you can get them following you around a little, there's a good connection. Good. And you can pull them a little, and then when they follow, you let go. Good girl. That's very good. Good girl. Calm as a kitten. Good girl. So, take this off. Now, when I am moving her out, I keep my body just a hair bit tensed up to tell her to go away from me. And now I got to remember to keep it relaxed the whole time. So the only thing left to do is something we've done from day one to get her ready. So she's doing it very well by the time we ride her, is the bending. So just stay with her. Because if you don't have this bending decent, there, very good. It's getting better every single day. Even though I only bend her like 2 times on either side. I can't stress enough that you can overdo stuff so easily. Whether it's desensitizing with plastic or whatever you're doing, especially with a young 2-year-old that's mind isn't fully developed, if you want to keep that horse calm, you're way better off. There, perfect. Yeah, she's not quite to her shoulder yet, but it'll come real fast now. You're way better off. Just a few seconds of desensitizing rather than sitting there for an hour with a bag and a stick. You'll get more done and you'll keep that horse calmer. There's the first bend. Good girl, stop. The only way she knows she's done it right is by the release. Good girl. So it's very important to release at the right time. So your timing has to be right. And again, to get that feeling timing, that takes experience too. So in the beginning, yeah, you're going to end up bending them more because your timing isn't going to be perfect. There we go. That is the 4th lesson. And